This is for all you sophisticated ladies out there.
Out here on the back patio, and this is my Traeger. It's actually all covered up real nice with my brand new Buccaneer cover I got. It's not made specifically for the Traeger, but it works just fine. I'll take this off. You guys can kind of see what my Traeger looks like here. I just got it here last week. Already cooked a couple racks of ribs on there, some chicken, cooked a couple steaks, and now, I mean, this is the real test. It's going to be to actually grill something, which is the Hotdogs, the Frankfurters, at a high temperature. That's what I'm going to try it. I'm going to get this up as high as I can get it, and I'm going to put those Hotdogs on there, and we'll see how they come out. So I'm going to get it all set up here in a second. Here, I'm going to just pause this, and you'll see you see me when I get this set up. So I got the Traeger out here on the back patio. I got it plugged in here, as you know, or maybe you don't know. Traegers, they run on electric. So there's the plug. Got it over here plugged into the wall outlet over here. Inside this canister here, this is the fuel source, and this is where the magic happens. These are pellets. These are currently a mix of hickory and apple, because the last thing I cooked on here were some awesome ribs. They were Memphis style, Memphis cut. They came out really good. So basically the pellets feed down into a little turbine, and it kind of pushes through down into here. And let me go ahead and take out this rack right here. This drill, I cleaned this pretty good when I was done. My drill pretty clean, so that's a hassle, but every time I actually do cook, I will try to clean it off. This got a little bit of some residue on there, but I typically will line that with some aluminum foil, and I did that the last time, but the way this was positioned, it kind of some of the fluids ran through and did that. But I'm going to cover it back up with aluminum foil again before I cook again. So as we take this out, you see here, this is like a little, heat box. It keeps the flames from coming up and destroying that pan, and this thing is pretty heavy duty here. But there is the magic box. The pellets actually will drop down through that tube, come in, get in the box, heat up, catch on fire, and everything is controlled through this awesome little thermostat here. And we'll go over all that once I get ready to put these Hotdogs on the grill here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on hold again, and we'll get ready to cook just a little bit. Yeah, we got a little wet here. I had to come out here after a little rainstorm was starting up, and I come out here and threw my cover back on this, and it's been about an hour now, so I mean, we're getting ready to get this thing going. But I didn't tell you before, right here, this little hole right here, from this is where the grease is going to drip off of that drip pan that I showed you earlier, the one that had, I'm going to put some aluminum foil on there, but the grease will run down into this little catch trap and then run down and actually fill up into this bucket here. And I just kind of scraped out, you see some residue down there in that bucket. I just kind of scraped out some of the dried stuff that was left in there from when I did my ribs the last time. So I'm going to get ready to get this thing going and get it all set back up. Give me a few minutes and we'll get right on track and get this thing fired up, and I'll show you how that's done. Right. Well, I've got it all ready to go here. I've got everything back in place. I lined that drip pan up with aluminum foil, like I said I was going to do. Now we're going to go over the starting process. So basically it's pretty simple. What you're going to do is set your dial right here onto the smoke setting. Once you get it on the smoke setting, just turn it on. Okay? You're going to leave it on that until you start seeing some smoke start coming through the Traeger. That's pretty much going to tell you that everything is lit. Like the pellets have dropped down and they've heated up and they've ignited into flames. And once it's lit, then we're going to crank this up all the way over to there into the high position, right past 375, the high. It should bring us up to about 430, 440, and I think that's about as hot as we're going to be able to get. So let's let this thing heat up. I'll come back when we've got little technical difficulties, but what I didn't get to show you was actually we did reach a point where it was like 5 minutes into it. We started getting some smoke coming up. So what I did is I came down here and I changed my temperature right here. Changed my temperature from all the way to high. I moved the dial all the way to high, and trying to get to about 440. Get that really, really hot before I put on the some red hot dogs here that are still soaking in that Coors Light beer. We'll look real quick. I don't know. You open this up, you lose temperature, but that's it. It's nice and clean, it's ready to go. Let's just let that temperature come on up. And once it gets to about 440, even 420, I'll just start throwing on those. So what I didn't show you is actually where you're at today is Perrin's Patio Paradise. It says the bar's open and the grill is hot. And that's the way I kind of roll around here. I mean, I'm all about barbecue, slow cooking, whether it's a brisket, a Boston butt, So I enjoy that tremendously. Here we are. Temperature is, can you see that? We're at like 419. We're hitting like 420, so you know what, I'm gonna say that's good. And we're gonna get these hot dogs on the grill. So if you open this up here, it's pretty hot. We'll move this right on over here, and I'm just gonna kind of go by hand here. I got about all of them right there. This is great. Just gonna lay these babies out here, I'm kind of positioned nicely. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. My hand is saying, okay, got about enough, and let's get this shut. So I lost a lot of temp there, just that little bit of time. I've come all the way down to like 364, but it will jump back up there. Just give it a few minutes. What I do is come back in about 15 minutes. So right now it's about 5 till 6. I'm saying 10 after 6, I'm coming back. We're gonna roll these around. All right, I'm back. And I just wanted to basically show you that, the temperature has come up a little bit higher. We're about 442, 443. And when you're trying to cook steaks and hot dogs and you're trying to get a good grill, and you want all those char lines, even a little burn sometimes, you need to hit temperatures this high or even higher, like around 500 degrees. This Traeger won't hit 500. I mean, I've already tried it when I was cooking some steaks. I think about 450 was about the max temperature I was going to get on it. The steaks came out great. They were nice and tasty. They weren't overly charred though. They didn't have that real char look that I was looking for. I mean, maybe if the grill grates were a little bit dirtier or something, then they might have looked or appeared to be, more burnt. But I mean, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the Traeger. This is great for, really for the slow cook, and it's just a less hassle than your typical, charcoal or wood smoker that requires a lot of maintenance and keeping your eye on it constantly throughout the day to keep the temperature where you need it. See, I didn't wait till 6:10. It's actually like 5 after. I'm like 5 minutes early, but I kind of took a peek in there, and this is what I've seen. I mean, these are moving around. I mean, the color is great. Let me just grab these tongs here. I'll come right back and see what I'm talking about. I mean, absolutely getting some grill lines going on these dogs. I mean, they look really good. I can just get them flipped around here. You see what I'm talking about. Oops, that one just kind of spun out, and that's all right. We'll put that back together again. But yeah, 5 minutes or so. Close that back down again, but you can see, I mean, yeah, they're hot, they're heated up. And with that bear flavor on there, they should be really tasty. Right, I'm back. You know, it's been about another 4 minutes. What I did want to show you is that I actually have been using, because I had some hickory in there with some apple, but I've been just basically adding apple because when you're cooking high temperature, you start to drop pellets pretty quickly. So you can see my box here. I mean, I've added some handfuls in there, and they're going down. But that's fine, because the next thing I cook, I might just want hickory in there, and I don't want to waste all these apple pellets. So we're great. So I'm going to take these dogs off now. I think I'm good enough. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what they look like. They're cooked. Color on them is really nice. They're split open. So if you can see that, I mean, it's just really, just think they came out nice. I don't want to overcook them and shrink them all up too badly. So we'll just bring them over here. I'll show you real quick how you shut this thing down. It's real simple. I mean, other than just simple as just hitting the power off button, actually. So you're not getting a lot of runoff or juice out of hot dogs. I mean, there's not much mess. I can just leave that foil there and use that for the next cook that I do. There ain't a lot of residue on there that's going to flash back onto whatever I'm cooking. So basically, just leave it open. Not a lot of grease on there. I mean, fix that, clean that up pretty quickly. Just basically run this through the off cycle there. That's it. Shut it down, let it cool down. I'll come out later, clean off the grill rack. Right, and that's about it. Let's take a look. And here you go. Here's our hot dogs. I mean, just what you would think they would look like. They look great. I'm happy, and I'll try them out, and I'm sure they taste great. Thank you for watching my video.